Yeah, good afternoon, students. In the previous class, we had a discussion on different types of operators. Now, today, we would like to discuss regarding what are the different types of expressions and how the arithmetic expressions are evaluated. So, that we are going to discuss in today's session. Now, I would like to share my screen. So, this is what the today's topic for discussion: arithmetic expressions, precedence and associativity of these arithmetic expressions. So the lecture objectives is are that here this particular session will develop the students' knowledge on different types of expressions and how the precedence and associativity will be used in evaluating these arithmetic expressions. So generally, the expressions are categorized into four different types. So one is arithmetic expressions, another one is relational expressions, third one is logical expressions, and then the conditional expressions. So an expression is nothing but it is a formula in which we are specifying the operands along with the use of operators to compute some value. For example, if you write sum C is equal to A plus B. So A and B are the operands. So plus is an operator and equal to is also another operator. So this is what we are calling it as an expression. So an operand can be here a variable names, or it may be a function call, or an array element, or any constant. So you can also write like this: equal to some 10 plus 20, where 10 and 20 are some constants, 10 minus 5, for example, if you are writing like this. Fine. So the operands may be either the variable names or constants or array elements or any function call statement. For example, you consider this, this is an example of an arithmetic expression, okay, involving different types of operators. So now we will see how this arithmetic expression can be evaluated. So the expressions are evaluated by performing one operation at a time. So if you do not consider this parenthesized expression, if you consider a normal expression, if you consider that, so when we are evaluating these arithmetic expressions, so how it will be evaluated? For example, so take this example 1, where this given arithmetic expression is 10 minus 3% 8 plus 6 slash 4. So all are arithmetic operators involved here. So among all these arithmetic operators, so slash and percent will have the highest priority comparing with minus and plus. Comparing with minus and plus, slash will have more priority. Slash and percentage will have more priority. So here slash and percent will have equal priority. As similar to that, plus and minus will have equal priority. Fine. So when equal priority operators comes in the expression, so we have to consider the associativity. Fine. So when we are considering the associativity, so percentage operator will have the left to right associativity for the arithmetic operators. So arithmetic operators associativity is left to right. So the leftmost operator has to be evaluated first, which will have the most highest priority. So among these two, so slash and percent, so leftmost is slash percent operator. So we are evaluating percentage. So 3 percentage 8 means you are going to get the remainder as 3. So now the expression is evaluated to 10 minus 3 plus 6 by 4. So next 6 by 4 is evaluated. So this is the first evaluation and this is the second time it is evaluated, second expression. So 6 by 4 is nothing but it is 1. It is not the floating point because both operands are integer. It is going to perform integer division. So we are going to get integer quotient. Fine. Now minus and plus are left over. So from this both are having equal priority. So left to right associativity if you consider that. So we are evaluating minus next. So 10 minus 3 is 7, then 7 plus 1 is 8. So this is the final output of this expression is 8. Similarly, consider the second example here. So this example is involving some sort of operations here. Now assume that a is equal to, here assume that a is equal to 5, a value is 5. Now what is happening here is that, so what is the priority of the operator which has to evaluate it first? So we have slash star, and then pre-increment operators will be there here. So unary operators will have more priority than this binary operators. So we have to evaluate first this one. So a is equal to 5 means that here plus plus a means it becomes 6. Then we have to evaluate minus slash. Then we have to evaluate star. Then we have to evaluate minus here. Then you have to evaluate plus, and then you have to evaluate minus. Then finally we are going to get output as 10. So this is how the arithmetic expression is evaluated. So while evaluating this arithmetic expression, these are the two important things we considered here: operator precedence and as well as associativity of the operators. So this associativity of operators will decide the order of the evaluation of individual operators, okay, which will have the same priority, either left to right or right to left, in what order it has to be evaluated. Then next, coming to this relational expression. So a relational expression is an expression which is used to compare two operands basically. So the result of the relational expression can be either 0 or any non-zero value. Okay, the output of the relational expression is either 0 or any non-zero value. So 0 value indicates that it is a false, and non-zero value indicates that it is true. So for example, you consider this x percentage 2 is equal to 0. So this condition is used to check whether the x is a even number or not. So the relational expression results in the value of 1 if x is even, otherwise it results in a value of 0. Similarly, here a not equal to b, we are checking whether a is not equal to b. This relational expression results 1 if it is not equal to b, otherwise 0. Similarly, it is used to check this third, if you take it as this a plus b is equal to x plus y. So we are checking for equality of these two expressions basically. And this is greater than or equal to, we are using here. Fine. So this type of expressions is called it as a relational expressions. So the output of any relational expression can be either 0 or any non-zero value. 0 indicates true. Okay, 0 indicates false, and non-zero value indicates true. Next, coming to this third category of expressions, which we can call it as a logical expression. Say a logical expression is an expression that computes either a 0 or non-zero value, true or false again. So generally we are involving the logical operators are and not. These logical operators, if you are using and if you are forming the expression, then it is called it as a logical expression. Generally the logical expressions are used for combining two or more conditions. This is one condition, this is another condition. So when you are combining these two conditions using logical and, so we are using as a logical expression. So and or not, these are the logical operators we are using, and we are comparing whether they are equal or not basically. Fine. So this is what we are calling it as a logical expressions basically. Fine. So it is generally used for testing of the condition, and based on that you can make a decision. Next, coming to the conditional expression. A conditional expression is an expression so that returns 1 if the condition is true, otherwise returns 0. Fine. So the conditional expression is written by making use of this conditional operator question mark followed by colon. So this particular example program will check whether this age of a person is greater than 22. If his age is greater than 22, then status is M, otherwise status is U. So that means indicates that if the status is equal to M, printf married, otherwise printf unmarried. So the person is greater than 22, he is married, otherwise unmarried. So generally this ternary operator, conditional operator, is also known as a ternary operator, which is used for writing the conditional expressions. Now the reflection spot is here. What are the different types of expressions? Anyone? Just now we have seen 4 different types of expressions. Fine. So operators, precedence and associativity, just if you see that precedence always determines which operator has to be performed first in an expression. The associativity is used when two operators are having the same priority, then associativity can be used here. Either left to right we have to evaluate or right to left we have to evaluate. That will be decided by the associativity. For example, if you consider here slash and star will have the same priority. Okay, so now the associativity of the operators, arithmetic operators, if you take it as, so its associativity is left to right, so we have to evaluate first slash instead of star. Okay, so this is how it is doing that basically. That is operator associativity. So this particular table describes you all the different types of operators available in the C language along with their associativity and as well as the precedence of the operators. So the precedence of the operators decreases from the top to bottom. That means the precedence of these operators is 1 and this is 2 and all these operators this is 3 precedence. That means from top to bottom if you are coming, so precedence is decreasing. Okay, so like this here we are taking this operator precedence we are taking here. So based on this operator priorities, precedence or priority, so here the associativity is also defined here. So this is a parenthesis, rectangular brace and then dot and then arrow and then plus plus minus minus. So this associativity is left to right and having the highest priority among these operators. So this is called it as a prefix increment or decrement, plus unary minus negation not and complement bitwise complement, and this is a typecast and this is a pointer indirection, ampersand address of operator and then size of operator. These all will have the same priority. Priority is 2 and its associativity is right to left. So please try to understand that this associativity is right to left. So only this ternary operator is also having the associativity right to left, and this assignment, shorthand assignments and assignment operator will have the associativity right to left. So these are the three important categories of the operators which will have the associativity right to left. So among all these operators, this comma is the least priority operator. So this will have the least priority operator in the C language. Fine. Now, which operator or operators are having lowest precedence and highest precedence? Just now, if you see the table, you can answer this. So, parenthesis or function call and array subscript operator, dot and arrow operator, postfix increment and decrement will have highest precedence and comma will have the lowest precedence. Fine. So, after this is what we are calling it as the objective. So, LOs are revisited here. So, different types of expressions and precedence of operators. We got this knowledge on these particular topics. Now the summary of the session is that, so today's discussion topic, we had a discussion on 4 different categories of operators: arithmetic, relational, logical and conditional expressions, and their operator precedent and associativity are the 2 important characteristics of the operators which determines the evaluation order, and also how which operator has to be evaluated first. So evaluation of arithmetic expression can be done using operator precedent and associativity. Operator associativity is used when 2 operators are having the same priority in an expression. It may be associative, may be left to right or right to left. So now coming to this is a lecture level practice problem. So evaluate this following arithmetic expressions. Here in this example, we have given 3 expressions. Please try to solve these particular problems. Apply this, what we are calling it as precedence and associativity apply. So after completion of this particular session, students will be able to evaluate the given arithmetic expressions by applying the precedence as well as associativity of the operators. Okay. So students, anyone having any doubts? So if you don't have any doubts, now I would like to stop this session. Okay. So thank you one and all.